Hey YouTube, rub3945 here. It's time for me to finally do my first ever Q&A video. This is for me reaching 200 subscribers. Now if you missed out on asking me a question last week, then leave your question in the comments section, then I'll answer it for you there. So let's waste no time and get into the first question from Jamie O'Hagan. He asks, what is my favourite WWE tag team, current and of all time? For current, I hate to go against the New Day because they are really awesome, but I have to say the Vaudevillains because they have a great backstory, and it's a shame they haven't been given much of an opportunity yet. Since I don't remember exactly what pay-per-view they challenged for the tag titles. Was it Battleground or Money in the Bank? One of those before SummerSlam, and they have been. I haven't even seen them on TV that much since then. So I feel really bad for them, and I do really like them as a tag team. It sucks that they're not giving much of an opportunity. Especially seeing they're on SmackDown because that's the land of opportunity. But for all time, it has to be a tie between the Brothers of Destruction and Edge and Christian. The Brothers of Destruction would have been my absolute favourite tag team if they were together for longer. Not just together in small time periods throughout their career, but Edge and Christian, they were together for a longer time period at the start, and they were a really good tag team. So yeah, they're my two all-time favourite tag teams. My next question also comes from Jamie O'Hagan. He asks, what's my dream WrestleMania match, or any dream match? One I would like to see is Undertaker versus Finn Balor, the Demon King versus the Dead Man. I think that would be a great one to see, and I wouldn't really have a problem with either of them winning. I'd prefer Undertaker to win, but I'd understand if Finn Balor would win. That would be a cool matchup in my opinion. Another one I have is actually the New Day versus the Elite, the Cleaner, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks. That's actually been requested a lot, and I doubt it would ever happen, but I've been able to witness the Elite perform live at On The Mat Charity Professional Wrestling, and they were really good, so yeah, that would be another dream match of mine. Mr. WWE DVD Fan 24 asks, what do you think of Goldberg? Now, I like Goldberg, and I personally think it's awesome that he came back to fight Brock Lesnar. But I think they should have held off his return match for a few more months to get him in shape more. He looked in incredible shape when he was there, but he had a hurt shoulder or something like that, and something else happened. So that could have been a reason why he destroyed Brock Lesnar. I don't really know the reasoning behind it, but yeah, I think if he's coming back, it should be so he can put over some of the younger talents, like maybe put him against guys like Kevin Owens and I don't know, Brock Lesnar again or something, and have Brock win and have Kevin Owens win. I don't know who he's going to face at WrestleMania, if he even gets a WrestleMania match, but if he does, I reckon he should put over whoever he's going up against. HD23798 Beast asks, what's my favourite figure that I want? There are a couple. One is, I'm trying to increase my Elite Undertaker figure collection. One that I don't have yet is the original Defining Moments Undertaker. I'll put up a picture on the screen now of what it looked like if you guys haven't seen it yet. That is a pretty cool figure, and it's going for a lot of money on eBay, and rightfully so. But one day I'd love to own that figure to increase my Undertaker figure collection. And another figure that I would want is the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Straight Edge Society CM Punk figure, because I really liked his run in the Straight Edge Society, and it's a great looking figure in my opinion, and it's a shame that it's going for a lot of money on eBay right now, but if I could get that one day, I'd be really happy. Oh, and he also says, shout out to the best YouTuber, HD23798Beast. So, yeah, why not? Shout out to HD23798Beast. WXW Backyard Wrestling asks, who are my favourite YouTubers? This one has to go to Grimm's Toy Show. He was the first YouTuber that I watched all the way back in 2012. Yeah, when I first got my Sony tablet and I discovered subscribing to YouTube channels and whatnot, he was the first one that I subscribed to, believe it or not. Oh, probably apart from friends and stuff, but yeah, he was the first major YouTuber that I subscribed to. And at that time, he didn't have as many subscribers. He had about 25,000 subscribers, maybe 30,000, I don't know, somewhere around there. But he's really grown since, and it's awesome to see. And his channel has changed a lot. He doesn't do many figure reviews now, which is why I originally subscribed to him. But he does a lot of wrestling matches and stuff now, which is still cool. And HD23798Beast asks another question. Do you think New Zealand will ever stock elites? I assume that's what he meant. It's something that I certainly would like to see. Australia get them, so I don't see why we can't. New Zealand stores, well, especially the warehouse, have been stocking more figures as of late. More basic figures and at cheaper prices. They've stocked the zombie figures, the Creator Superstar figures, the Mighty Minis, and the 12-inch ones. And maybe a few others that I have just missed. But yeah, that's... Yeah, I think there's a possibility. But if they ever do stock elites, I wouldn't expect them to be under $40. But I still have no problem paying that for an elite figure, because that's probably cheaper than I'd pay for one online. Jord95 Wrestling asks, what is your goal for your channel? Well, my goal is not to be the most popular YouTuber in the world, not to be the most popular wrestling YouTube channel in the world, but I'd like to inspire other people to create channels and maybe start figure collections. I know I've already inspired a few people. That's really awesome to see, and that makes me happy. So yeah, just inspiring people and putting smiles on other people's faces, because that's what makes me happy. And that's why I do this. So yeah, that's just pretty much my goal. No real subscriber goals. It'd be cool to reach 1,000 subscribers, but it's not a true goal of mine. Just inspiring people is. Sean Simmons asks, if you got popular in the wrestling figure community on YouTube, who would you want to collaborate with first? Of course it would be cool to collaborate with Grimm's Toy Show, but he's not the main person I would want to. Probably just, if not fellow New Zealanders that are coming up, I like to help out smaller channels that have been on a similar journey to me. I don't know, just maybe fellow New Zealanders. They don't have to be wrestling figure channels, but just wrestling channels in general. So just anything like that, really. Mr. WWE DVD Fan 24 asks another question. Do you think WWE will come back to New Zealand 2017? At this stage, I don't really think they will, because the sales for NXT didn't do well at all. I assume that's why they cancelled the NXT shows here in New Zealand. It really sucks, because I was going to go to that as well. But yeah, for that reason, I don't think they'll be coming back next year. Unicorn vs. Llama asks, first pay-per-view you remember watching? It was WrestleMania 27. That's the first pay-per-view that we bought. I got into wrestling late 2010, but I wasn't that into it to be buying pay-per-views at that stage. But when the first WrestleMania that I would ever watch came around, I knew I had to get it. So I did. The whole family watched it, and it was awesome. And that was the night where I became huge fans of Undertaker and Triple H, because they were Oh, the Undertaker versus Triple H match was probably one of the first matches I had seen of both of them because I was just a newbie fan at that point. So that's the first pay-per-view I remember watching. Sean Simmons asks another question. Do you have an inspiration, and if so, who or what? Yes. I assume you mean for me starting up YouTube. I don't remember. I've been doing YouTube since 2010, but that was just random videos where we'd be videoing ourselves acting out certain scenes. It wasn't on this channel. It was on a different one. I don't have an inspiration for that one. If I did, I don't really remember. I just decided to start up YouTube and upload videos. I thought it was cool. And for this channel, or making figure videos in general, Bobski Wealthy was my inspiration. That's not his real name, but that's what his channel was called. He is my friend that I've known for years. He started doing YouTube for WWE figures back in 2013, and he did some trades with fellow New Zealand figure collectors, and that was enough to inspire me to start doing YouTube, and that's the reason I'm here today. If he didn't start, then I wouldn't be here right now. So yeah, I'm grateful for that. And he also asks, would you want to be a pro wrestler or not? Yes, I would love to be a pro wrestler. That is my goal for when I leave school or whenever, for me to get pro wrestling training and eventually become a pro wrestler. And if I was to become a pro wrestler, I would really want to try hard and make New Zealand wrestling a lot better, or in other words, bring New Zealand wrestling to a new height. So I'd like to do that by putting in a lot of hard work, bringing in a unique style, working hard on making a new character that everyone would love or everyone would hate. Just stuff like that. That's really all I can think of right now. But yeah, to answer your question, I would love to be a pro wrestler. Druid Gamer has a few questions for me. The first one is the best figure in my collection right now. Well, in my opinion, it has to be the San Diego Comic Con. Oh, I'll just move the camera out. The San Diego Comic Con 2010 exclusive Undertaker figure. I got this recently, and if you missed the unboxing that I did of this, there's a card that just popped up right now. I'd love for you to go check it out if you want. Yeah, I really like it because of the unique packaging. They put a lot of time into that and a lot of detail. And all the unique sculpts they put on this, especially the boots. They sculpted all these designs, and they did a really good job with the paint application on the shirt and the tights and the vest. And I really like the cloth cape that he has. Oh, and the special display feature of his rollback eyes. That's another special thing about this, and that's why it's my favourite figure. Next question. My favourite wrestler? It is The Undertaker, as you just saw right there. Yeah, as I said before, when I saw WrestleMania 27, my first ever pay-per-view, Undertaker versus Triple H made me a huge fan of both of them, but especially Undertaker. And it's because of how much respect I have for him and everything he's done in his 26-year WWE career. That's really awesome. And the streak, that is another part of it, of why I started to like him. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and the fact that he's still going at 51 years old. He's still, he really loves the business, obviously, and that's why he keeps coming back. And that's awesome of him. Even if he doesn't wrestle as often, it's still great to see him around. And as a result, I have lots of Undertaker merchandise, in my opinion. I have a couple t-shirts. I haven't counted how many Undertaker figures I have recently, but I did an Undertaker collection video a little while back. There's a card that just popped up for that, but I've since added a few more to that, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, to answer your question, Undertaker is my favourite superstar. Any tips you can give to other YouTubers who want to start a channel for reviewing and unboxing figures? Well, some advice that I have is be patient. You're not going to be successful overnight. I've been doing YouTube for 6 years, not this channel, but overall for 6 years. And the most subscribers I've ever gotten on one of my channels is this channel right here. And currently I have 206 subscribers. You could probably get subscribers a bit faster. I probably need to start promoting my stuff on social media more. I probably will soon. But yeah, you're not going to gain a lot of subscribers overnight unless if you buy your subscribers. But I don't encourage that, because that's not how you gain subscribers and become successful. Any other advice? Get good editing software. Windows Movie Maker does work. I've used that for a lot of my previous videos, but now I use Sony Vegas Pro. You don't have to pay for it. There are free cracked versions that you can find on the internet for you to get. Sony Vegas Pro is a lot more advanced and complicated than Windows Movie Maker, but once you get the hang of it, you can produce a lot better content with better quality and more editing features. Some more advice I would have is you don't have to pour all the money you have into getting a good setup for making videos, because all I use is the natural light that I get, and I don't use a tripod or a really expensive camera for my videos. I'm using my phone right now, and actually let me get the other camera out that I used to do my videos with, and I'll show you what my setup is. Here we go. As you can see, I just use what I have. I'm using this Royal Rumble spring ring, this WWE collector tin to give the camera height, and whatever I have around me to lean the phone on. And right now I'm using my external hard drive. So yeah, you need a good phone that can record HD quality, but yeah, as long as your phone can record HD quality, then yeah, go for that. If not, just find a cheap camera at your store, because those get the job done as well. Like this one, I just decided to go with my phone because it has better focus than this camera does. I think this camera is made for taking photos more than it is taking video, but it still works. So yeah, anything like that can work. Zach asks, who is your favourite faction of all time? That has to go to the NWO, the New World Order, because they changed the business. When Scott Hall and Kevin Nash went to WCW, I think they were the ones that brought in guaranteed contracts, and that changed the business forever. But not the whole NWO faction, just the original 3 or 4, that being Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hollywood Hogan, and Six Pack. And he asks another question, how many figures do you have? Well, let me count them and I'll be back in a minute. So I just counted and I have 140 figures at this time. WWE Fan 619 asks, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel? Well, I kind of answered that before, but I'll say it again. Bobski Wealthy, my old friend, who started doing wrestling figure videos and doing trades with fellow New Zealand wrestling figure channels. Number 2, what made you like Manchester United? Well, it was my dad's influence, I'm not going to lie there, but ever since he got me into it, I've really liked Manchester United. I'm going to be honest, I don't watch all of the games, but I do still like them enough to support them and have a small Manchester United shirt collection. It's probably not big enough to show you guys. I have probably 13 or 14, but my dad has a lot. There's a card that just popped up showing his Manchester United shirt collection. He has a really big one, and he has added a lot more to his collection since. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see an update video on that, because we would like to do an update video on that, because the last one did really well as far as views and attention went. I think at this time it has probably nearly 9,000 views, which is the most viewed video on my channel at this time. Oh, and he also says, can't wait for next week's video. Well, thank you for that. And finally, Jay Rains asks, what is your favourite song or band? What music do you listen to? Well, that's a tough one. I don't listen to specific music, really. I listen to wrestling themes a lot. Sometimes I just have my playlist of wrestling themes on shuffle. Not all wrestling themes, obviously, but the rock ones. And well, as long as they're not cheesy and like fandangos or something, I don't like to listen to that kind of music. But a lot of the new stuff I really like to listen to. And yeah, I do like a couple rock bands or other music bands like Guns N' Roses. Me as well as my family will be attending the Guns N' Roses concert next year in Auckland on Waitangi weekend. Metallica, they have some good songs. AC/DC as well. Bands like that. What are some other ones? We have Rage Against the Machine. They have some good ones. Chris Cornell, he has some good music. Audio Slave, they have some really good stuff too. So just bands like that we like to listen to sometimes. So yeah, that's been my Q&A. Thank you to everyone who asked me questions. I'm overwhelmed with the amount of questions I got. I was not expecting anywhere near this many questions. So thank you all. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all in my next video. Thank you for watching and subscribe.